So listen, hey, thanks so much for taking the time to pop on this call here on a Monday evening. It's a long weekend up here in Canada for us, so not sure it's like that down in the States. But on behalf of Keith and Bill and a few other people that might have put this call together, invited you to the call, I want to share with you a fabulous concept. This is absolutely amazing. And I know you've all been to presentations before and you've heard everything, and there's probably nothing you never heard a presenter tell you in order to provoke you to get involved in a business opportunity. But I promise you, you'll have not heard anything like this one. Okay. So I'll tell you a little bit about my background just so you kind of know who I am. I'm an okay guy. I'm a nice guy. Just so you know, number one, I am a nice guy. I'm a good guy. So my name's Val Smith. I'm up in beautiful Canada. I'm north of Montana in a province called Alberta. I've been in the home-based business industry for 43 years. I've graduated from nitwit marketer to network marketer to corporate executive to being rated one of the top marketers in the world in this profession back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I've run my own programs, found great success doing that. I've mentored, coached some very prominent multimillionaires on the internet today that are dominating the home-based business arena with everything and anything they touch. So to bring you to where we are today, this story goes back about 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I got out of the network marketing industry, meaning multi-level marketing industry. Just said I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. We had some ups, we had some downs, and I was just frustrated because for me personally, I can only talk about myself. For me personally, being in this industry for 43 years, I didn't just exist. I just didn't exist in this industry. I became elite and became a scholar of this industry. I studied it. This was my love. This was my passion. I love meeting great people like yourselves, brand new people in my life. I love it. I get excited when I find really good people that are, taking up space on planet Earth, and so there's nothing I really don't know about this industry. I know everything that's good. I know everything that's bad. I know everything that's ugly, unfortunately, but it's a good thing for me because it's allowed me to navigate what's right, what's wrong, and do things as best as possible from an ethical, moral, humanistic point of view. So it's been a very interesting journey. So 7 years ago, I said, no more, I'm done. I'm cooked. My brain's fried. I have no more energy to give. And over the several years, and Tracy can tell you this, people have asked me the question. They said, hey, listen, what would it take for you to come back and build big? Because I've had over 2.7 million people in my downlines and in business opportunities, like sum total, not in one company. The biggest company we built one downline in, we had 487,000 people. We put in a business opportunity in just less than 4 months, almost 500,000 people in 4 months. I kid you not. January 15, I think it was 2015. We were doing that January 5th. We launched a business. We totally destroyed that business because they couldn't handle 500,000 people coming in their first 4 months, and they didn't have the merchant accounts to take care of business. So I said I was done, and I would tell people, I'd say, look, there's only one thing that's ever going to bring me back to the table. If you really want me to come and sit at the table with you, have fun, hang out, build a business, I said, there's only one thing that's going to do it. You know what that one thing is? Gasoline. And the reason why I said gasoline is because I know the secrets to making money. Making money is not about your love and your passion, believe it or not. I mean, it can be, but that's not really how you play the game. If you really want to make money, what you have to do is study the global worldwide population, study their psyche, the way they think, and what they spend their money on. And what I discovered was every man, woman, and child existing on the planet, every major corporation, every institution, every industry depends on oil, gasoline. You can't deny it in any which way, shape, or form. It exists, it's real, and it's just going to rule the planet. It doesn't matter about climate change. It doesn't matter about electric cars. Electric cars need fuel in order to be created, just in case you didn't know that. Okay, so it's all kind of contradictory what's going on out there in the world. A lot of silly nonsense in various different explanations of how things work. So when you take a look at, I'll just give an example of what I mean. So I have a friend of mine here in Canada. I got to tell you some stories. I know I'm not going to make this call really short and let you off easy, but I got to tell you stories. So I live in a very expensive neighborhood, multi-million dollar houses and things like that. And one of my colleagues, kind of a friend, I guess, he lives in a $7 million home, not too far from me. And he has an incredible lifestyle. He has unbelievable automobiles. And I'm not saying you all have to have a multi-million dollar home, but how did he do it? How do you own a $7 million home that's about 12,000 square feet and 15 bathrooms in it and all that stuff he's got in his house, and a swimming pool in the basement and stuff like that? How do you do these things? Really? How do you do it? Well, the way he did it was he studied people. He studied the global population, the way people think, the way they spend their money. And what he discovered probably about 30 years ago, he got started about 31 years ago, he invested his money here in Canada in a restaurant, fast food restaurant called Tim Hortons. And he owns a multitude of Tim Hortons, which is equivalent to Dunkin' Donuts. So he owns a whole bunch of these Tim Horton restaurants. And why do people go to Tim Hortons by the millions up here in Canada? Every morning they buy coffee and donuts and sandwiches. So coffee is allowing him to live a lifestyle that a lot of people would like just die for, So when I take a look at gasoline, it has a major impact on the planet. And if I can earn just a little bit, just a hairline fracture of a penny for everybody that's utilizing gasoline in their lives in some which way, shape, or form, I'm not going to say, no, I'm not interested. I'd need to go to a doctor if I said that, to be honest with you. So opportunity fell in our lap. This opportunity fell in our lap. It's called Xcelerate Fuel Tabs. Tracy and I were brought in as kind of secondary founders. Dan Maltese out of Florida owns the company outright pretty much, but he brought us in as kind of micro investors and liaisons in a way to the field, and we get rewarded for that. So we're kind of founders of the company with top positions. Okay. So anyhow, Xcelerate is absolutely amazing. It's been around for a number of years. It affects the globe. It affects the world. And I want to thank governments around the world. I want to thank the elitists around the world. I want to thank those that have an agenda around the world, because the price of fuel is historic right now. And down in the United States, our American friends down in the United States, they're shocked when they see $5 a gallon. They're shocked when they see $7 a gallon. They're shocked when they see $6 a gallon. Up here in Canada, we've been dealing with $5 to $6 a gallon for the last 32 years. So that's heaven for us. When we see the Americans paying $1.99, $2.10, $1.79, we're sitting there going like, wow, it would be amazing just to be able to live there, right? So you guys have it pretty good. You guys and gals have it pretty good from our perspective. Up here in Canada now, we're pushing over $10 a gallon. And in Europe, they're pushing over $11 a gallon. Around the world, they are affected. And you know what the best part about this is? We don't have to go out and sell this concept or idea. It's already been sold for us. Why do I say that? Because if you watch CNN News or Fox News, or you hear about Republicans, you hear about Democrats, you hear about politicians, you hear social media, you hear all the podcasts, all the late night commentary. Everyone's complaining about the price of gas. So what does this do? It instills a fear-set mindset into the global worldwide population. It's a major topic of concern. And now we get to capitalize on that as free advertising. So from the home-based business perspective, there has never been a greater time in history, my friends, not a greater time in history to capitalize on a product and service. If we were here for a health and nutritional company or selling soap or shampoo or prepaid legal or anything else, I wouldn't be on this call tonight. Not to offend anybody, I just don't have the time of day to do that. But I have the time of day for anything that affects a crisis. And anybody knows millionaires have been developed over critical times in history, whether it be a depression, a recession, interest rates shooting up, whatever is going on, the money is to be made in critical times in history. So none of you that are on this call tonight in your right mind should say no to what we're going to share with you tonight. This is absolutely beyond ingenious. So now let me get my glasses back on here so this blind man can see. Okay, here we go. Gonna take you to the next page. Oops, I'm sorry. Flip that too fast. So what we have here is a pill. It's a tablet. You get 6 in a pouch. You get a pouch mailed to you. You open the pouch up. There's 6 tablets in there. They're good for 20 to 25 gallons of gasoline each. That's coming from the manufacturer. These pills were created. They're the only patented pills in the world. If anyone else tells you they have a patented pill, they're not telling you the truth. This is the only patented fuel catalyst tablet of its kind in the world. It was formulated by a PhD chemist, rocket scientist that worked in the space shuttle program with NASA in the fuel industry, the rocket fuel industry. All right. It was critical. So after doing all that industrial type work, he created this product service for the industrial manufacturing industry, coal mines, oil rigs, big heavy duty machinery, massive generators, globally speaking, worldwide. And it wasn't too long ago that they brought the product out of a liquid form, a more massive volume-like form of delivery, and brought it out to the public. And they gave us, white labeling marketing rights to take their tablet to the marketplace to bring to the civilians, of the domestic regions here in Canada, the United States. We're now launching England this week, Australia this week, Philippines this week, France this week, all falling in alignment with future countries being added. They're going crazy. I've never been bombarded by requests in my life marketing a program. Normally, I had to go out there and hustle and grind and attract people to me and get them to listen to what I have to say. But now I've got people from all over the world sending me messages. When are you coming? When are you coming? When are you coming? We can't wait. Hurry up, get here. And when people do that, that's a license to print money. Okay? So not only were we formulated by a rocket scientist who's now 82 years old living in Utah, his son in his 40s bought the company out from his dad, the family, back in 2015, and he is now carrying the ship. The product has been used in a very interesting way. We've all heard about athletes in the Olympics masking steroids so they could have an edge, right, in the Olympics, and sometimes they get caught. Well, this pill is kind of like a steroid, but not a steroid. It's kind of like an antioxidant for cars. It's a way of cheating for racing cars. Higher torque, higher performance, faster speed out of the vehicle. I'll talk about that on the next page. It's the only EPA registered, patented worldwide product of this kind that we know of, according to your government at the EPA offices in Washington, D.C. We don't have any competition. We have some knockoff competition, but they're not EPA registered or patented, okay? They're kind of like, have you ever seen a fake Louis Vuitton purse or a $35 Rolex watch? We have the real McCoy. They kind of have a, the Mickey Mouse version. Other companies have tried to duplicate this pill, reverse engineer it. They've been brought to court. 35 years of research and development. And there's our US patent number down below. If you want to look it up, that's our real patent number, our real EPA registration number. We have nothing to hide. We can validate, verify, and prove what others cannot. Okay, the benefits. Okay, I have 9 vehicles and I drive probably 7 of them. So the benefits are you can save fuel anywhere up to from 5% to 15 to maybe 20 in some cases. Again, there are variables. The province, the province here in Canada, the states down in the United States. You've got cold weather, you've got warm weather, you've got altitude. I know what it's like to live in Colorado at the 7,000 foot level above sea level. So there's going to be variables, with performance, city driving, highway driving, stop signs, traffic lights. Basically the condition of the vehicle that you're already driving. There's all kinds of factors that are involved, but know this, you can save fuel. That is one of the great options. Lower emissions. We have video testing to show you this. This is beautiful. We have treated gasoline and untreated gasoline burning in two Bunsen burners. You'll see the untreated gasoline leaves this black carbonated resin on top of a piece of paper. The treated gasoline, you don't see anything. It is there, but it's there at nanoparticles. The naked eye doesn't see it. So it's a beautiful thing. You've got more horsepower. You've got more torque. You can save on maintenance. Some people get their oil changed every 5,000 to 8,000 miles. You can probably push that to 15,000 to 20,000 miles. I kid you not, in some cases, all right? Probably a lot of cases. And saving on fuel, I just want to tell you this for me. So here in Canada, I have high performance cars. I have exotic cars. I have very expensive cars. I would normally not do this, but most of my cars, 7 out of 9 of my cars take premium fuel. And if you don't put premium fuel in them, they have computer system. There's a computer system in the car that will trigger engine lights and all kinds of havoc on the dash. So anyhow, the really cool thing about it is I can now drop down from premium fuel, go to regular fuel, immediately saving 23 cents at the pump. Here in Canada, we don't talk about gallons, we talk about liters. My vehicle takes about 84 liters. Multiply 84 times 23 cents. That's the savings I am getting right at the pump without even driving away. Then when I drive away, I have all the great benefits. I'm not triggering engine lights. My computer's not triggering anything. It's finding a way to mask and kind of hack the system. So I'm getting away with running regular fuel, which is the most disgusting abrasive fuel, 87% octane. I'm now putting that in my cars and having great success. Okay, it's beautiful. So I'm saving money there too. It's genius. Now, you're going to run into some people that like to pretend they're smart, but they're not that smart. I run into people, guy says, well, I'm a mechanic. I've worked on cars for 40 years. I say, that's nice. Change my tires for me while you're at it. Okay. And I do. I have no time for people that have rude comments. Some of these people say these type of products destroy engines, void the warranties. Those people, again, I have nothing good to say. Okay. And the reason being is I don't like people pushing their opinions when they're coming from an uneducated background. They don't know anything about fuel. They don't have the ability, number one, to test the fuel tablet with the fuel mechanism. In 34 years, there has never been one insurance claim. There has never been one void warranty, and it's against the law for dealerships down in the United States to void a warranty on your car, just so you know that, all right? The other really cool thing is this product is insured in every country in the world on planet Earth. So if anything were to happen and they could never prove it anyhow, unless they did a forensic fuel analysis, you've got to be a engineered fuel specialist to even begin to figure it out. A dealership wouldn't be able to figure it out, okay? These pills would not, or any fuel additive or any fuel catalyst or any fuel substance product that helps the performance of a vehicle would never be sold in the marketplace in the first place at automobile facilities, you know, park places or Amazon. So, you know, I tell these people, come on, take your head out of the sand. You know, go take a bath and clean yourself up or something. You smell pretty dirty. I'm just tired of people telling me they're mechanics and they think they know something. They know how to change an alternator, fix a battery terminal, take a head gasket out of a car, maybe rebuild an engine, play around with a transmission, you know, clean the dashboard, polish the shoes, whatever it is. But outside of that, they really need to keep their mouths closed because they're talking the wrong information. So it doesn't apply to anything we're doing, whatever those type of negative people have to say. They've got a big ego, but a small brain. And I just have to push that to you. And I'm doing it abrasively because you're going to run into people that think they know something about nothing. All right. So I posture very heavy and hard with those people. So I play like the orca whale. And to me, those people are baby seals. Okay. And it just has to be that way. Never allow yourself to be bullied in building a business, okay? Xcelerate. These are the type of products that you can use this pill on. Everyone says, well, do I just use it on my car? No. Use it on your pickup truck, your recreational boat, a tractor, diesel trucks, Sea-Doos, motorcycles, chainsaws, lawnmowers, SUVs, whatever you got going. It's great for diesel and it's great for regular gas users. All right. You can actually put it in generators that, you know, kind of are used for lighting up a complex or a park. Okay. You can also know this, that with trucks, one of the big things with tractor trailers, they talk about the DEF. That has to do with emissions. This actually helps with the emission process that costs these trucking companies millions of dollars in some cases every year. So we have the opportunity to save them millions of dollars, all because of a little tablet you drop in a gas tank. Open your gas lid up, drop it in, put the nozzle in, fill your car up with gas, and you got the best antioxidant on the planet. Now, here's something really cool. We're getting close to the end of my presentation. I hope I'm not boring you, but here's our compensation plan. We built a compensation plan to this. We had a choice. We didn't need to do any recruiting or sponsoring or give people a business opportunity. We all could have became disgustingly wealthy without inviting people to the party. We've got companies that want to buy this out. We got companies offering, you know, a few $1 million for this and a few $1 million for that. We said, no, we're going to basically share the prosperity. And how you do that is through a network marketing plan, but not just any network marketing plan. It had to be special. It had to be unique. It had to be different. We didn't want it to be like your stereotypical multi-level marketing pay plan that had global pool bonuses, car bonuses, leadership bonuses. When I created the pay plan, I didn't want it to have, you know, junior executives, medium executives, golds, platinums, diamonds, silvers, you know, gold bars, whatever they got, you know, blue diamonds, blue angels, and all that. That's all Mickey Mouse. That's all the poison in the industry. I've been around comp plans for 43 years. They make company owners rich and certain elitists in the pay plan rich. We had to create a pay plan that would pay every man, woman, child, single parent on welfare. We had to create a pay plan that would take care of the second and third world countries so they could have a plan B, an escape plan to do bigger and better things with their lives. So when you look at this pay plan, I'm going to ask you if you can see it. And if you're on the phone, I know some of you can't see it, but hopefully you can hear me. Okay. In the bottom left corner, for those of you that have a visual, please look at the 3x8 matrix in the bottom left corner. All right. 3x8 matrix is no different than corporate America. We use the same structure. Okay. Everything, like, you know, people say pyramid schemes and all that stuff, everything in life is designed this way. Corporate America, organized religion, the educational system. There's always a top executive board working their way down to the janitors cleaning a building. Okay. So here you go down 8 levels deep. You can get paid commissions on 8 levels deep. You can only have 3 people front line to you. You can only have 9 people. So it doubles every time. So it goes 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729, 21, 87, 65, 61. All right. So it doubles all the way down 8 levels. All right. Times 3. I'm sorry. It's times 3, 8 levels down. So if you take a look at that, you can only have 3. Now, so I brought in over, Tracy and I, we're partners on everything we do, 50-50. So Tracy and I brought in almost 200 people. So 200 people couldn't go on just our first level. So they'd fall on the 3, and then some of them would fall on the second level, which would be 9. Some of them would fall on the 4th level, which would be 27. Some of them would fall on the 4th level. If I said that, I meant to say the 3rd level. The 4th level is 81. And then some of them would fall on level 5, 243. So it fills in from left to right. It's not like a binary or poison and toxic pay plans. This fills from left to right, like a typewriter, just goes, it just goes down a whole new row and starts putting people from left to right. Okay. Now, when you take a look at this, when you look at the 3 all the way down to the 65, 61, 8 levels deep, that's a total of 9,000 people. Do you bring in the 9,000 people? No, you don't. They just start coming in whether you like it or not. But if you did have that whole matrix full, the 3, 9, 27, 81 all the way down, you would have a little over 9,000 people on your team. 9,000 people would pay you a significant amount of money, which I'll talk about here in a second. Now, let's go to the monetary side. I told you there's 9,000 people on a team. Hey, even if you only had 500 people on your team, you're pulling a great check. If you had 200 people on your team, if you had 1,432 people on your team, you're pulling a great check. But for those of you that have a visual look at the top right corner, you're going to see Fast Start Bonus, FSB. Okay, we have an introductory level. The introductory level is kind of like the consumer level. I call it the appetizer. It's like having a Caesar salad in a restaurant. $24, you can buy a pack with 6 tablets in it. So that's good for 6 fills at a gas station for $24. The commission paid on that is 50% of 20 CV. So it'd be like 50% of $20, not the full 24, but it'd be like the $20, you'd get $10 for every pack you sell. All right, so you get a fast start there. However, the disadvantage of being there stuck at the $24 level is you don't get to participate in the matrix. In order to activate that 3x8 matrix, listen to me very carefully here. In order to activate that 3x8 matrix where you can earn on the 3, the 9, the 27, 81, 243, 729, 21, 87, 65, 61, the 9,000 people, in order to get a piece of that pie on the gasoline purchases of everybody, dropping the pill in the tank, you have to be at minimum $60 a month. So imagine having a business opportunity legally by law for $60 a month. Not only do you have product coming to you, 3 packages with 6 in each package or 18 tablets for $60, you now have all the tax deductions that some of you might not have now. You can write off your cell phone, portions of your car, 100% of your product purchases, your laptop, your internet connection, various different rooms in your house, your water bill, your utility bill in your house. These are advantages that the real world needs that aren't smart enough to figure it out. All right, 9-to-5ers haven't figured this out. All right, but we need to educate them in this world. So $60 a month, watch the exchange here. So listen to me very carefully what I'm going to say here. How much does it cost to join the business? Nothing. You can register for free. There's no starter kit to buy. You maintain $60 a month, 100% tax deductible. How do you do that? You put it on a credit card. Why would you put it on a credit card? Because then you don't have to pay for it. The credit card company flips the bill for you. You're doing what I do. Like, I'm pretty well off financially. I buy cars on my credit card. I go to Costco on my credit card. I go to restaurants on my credit card. I go golfing on my credit card. Why do I do all these things on my credit card? Because I don't have to pay for anything in life. You know why? Because I make more money every month than my credit card bill is. But if I didn't have $60 right now, I'd put it on a credit card. Whose credit card? Somebody's credit card. $60. And then watch what happens with no money out of pocket. The credit card company's picking up the tab, not you. You're in at $60. You are now activated in the matrix. You can now go out there in the world and share this with family, friends, loved ones. Let me ask you this question. Do any of you on this call know anybody? Do you know at least 5 people on planet Earth sucking oxygen in their lungs that have an automobile, that get gas in it on a weekly basis, monthly basis? The answer has to be yes. Maybe someone at church, maybe your neighbor next door. Hey, maybe a colleague at work. You never know, right? Not everyone rides a bike to school and to work and to wherever they're going. So $60 activates the matrix, and you can get spillover here. Remember, like I said, people are bringing in abnormal numbers. It's not like people are stuck trying to find 1, 2, or 3. People that have never brought in 3 people in another business opportunity in 5, 10 years are now bringing in, 15, 16, 17, 18 people. Why? Because it's gasoline. So now going back to that 3x8 matrix, as people start to fill in the compensation plan or the matrix, you will get paid 5% on each of those individuals from level 1 to level 8. If they all come in at a minimum $60 purchase, as you look at the screen there, you can see 10 packs for $160. You can see 100 packs for $1,500. Yes, we sell those too. But I chose the smallest denominator of $60 on purpose. Because even though I'm one of the creators of the company with Tracy, I came in at $60 too, and we don't even have to, but we are part of the field. We pay everything just like everybody else, even though we put this together. Okay, so $60, 5%. What happens if you have 9,000 people plus in your team as it just takes over? It just starts growing like, I hate to say it, but it starts growing like fungus, you know, it just starts growing like mold on a wall. It just multiplies. You wake up one day, you start seeing all these people, you know, popping left and right, all underneath you, and you don't even know who they are in some cases. If you had 9,000 plus people in here based on the compensation plan, that would give you $29,520 a month income. But I don't want to push that on you, right? Because that sounds like pie in the sky. It sounds like, you know, hyper stuff you hear on other calls. Is it real? Yeah. Some of us will make a way more than that. But that's not what the average person can relate to. So let's keep it real, okay? What if we could get people to $3,000 to $7,000 a month? Would that change their lives? I think so. So what if a person, you know, had maybe 2,000 to 3,000 people here? Could they make some money? Yeah, $3 a person. What if they had 1,700 people there? That would give them over $4,000 a month income at $3 a person. 5% on 60. I'm not even talking about the 160 and the $1,500 purchases. That's $3 a person. And you don't even know who these are. And it's monthly residual income, giving you comfort, giving you security, and giving you some money as you get older in life. Like I'm going to be 60, you know, in about 50 years from now, I'm going to be 60. No, in 2 years from now, I'm going to be 60. And I think about what it's like to be an older person in society and not having some cash flow put away. This is going to do for me everything the government's not going to do and a 9-to-5 job's going to do. This is going to compensate for the dysfunction and the tragic situation that's happening to a lot of our seniors today. This is going to be the retirement program, guys, gals, okay? At least for me. So I'm not going to sweat it here. So you can make some good money. Few people here will make you some fabulous money. Now I'm going to show you the best part of the pay plan right now, okay? So let's say I had the privilege of bringing some of you in this call. So here I am, and I happen to bring in Keith. And I happen to bring in Bill, and I happen to bring in a few of you here on the line, some of you beautiful people that I saw your names a little bit earlier on the line. So I'm your sponsor, hypothetically speaking. John, Andriana, Roy, Pete, you know, Derek, a few of you out there, Unique. Let's say I sponsored you. And let's say I sponsored 10 of you. I sponsored 10 of you that are on this call, Pam, Paul, whoever. And let's say you all made $1,000 this month each, hypothetically speaking, which means kind of pretend. You all go out and you make $1,000 in your business this month. But I sponsored 10 of you, and 10 of you made $1,000. What's 10 times 1,000 sum total being paid out in commissions to 10 of you at $1,000 a pop? That means I would have had 10 people that earned a sum total of $1,000 each, or $10,000 was paid out in the totality of the commission to my 10 people. Well, I get a 50% matching bonus. This is where the big money is to be made. I get 50% of the income of those 10 people in their 3x8 matrix. So 50% of $10,000 and put another $5,000 in my pocket on top of my $1,700 or my $4,000 or my $6,000, whatever I earned, that could push me into 5 figures. Now, just imagine, Tracy and I brought in almost 200 people because people are freaking out about this product. And then they're starting rumors all over the world, and all of them, people are pounding us from everywhere. So if Tracy and I have 200 people making $1,000 a month, that's $200,000 the company will be paying out in commissions in total. to 2,000 people, Tracy and I would get 50% of that, or we'll earn $100,000 bonus check every month just for being the ones that brought those 200 people in coded to them. If they earn $3,000, that's $600,000. Tracy and I will earn $300,000 a month. Big numbers. Some of us will do it. That's the world I live in. I know what it's like to make that type of money. Others don't. Okay. So you can play at whatever level you are vibrating at, whatever you feel great at, wherever your brain is consciously focused on. If you're a $1,000 a month person, no problem. If you're a $5,000 a month person, no problem. If you're a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month person, no problem. And if you have no limits psychologically on your income, you're going to love this pay plan. It's going to take you to the promised land and alleviate a lot of the pain. Okay. There's our product. That's what it looks like. It comes in the mail. It's the only original Xcelerate product of its kind in the world. When I take a look at that package, I see the car, the pickup truck, the motorcycle, the tractor, the boat, treats up to 120 gallons because there's 6 tablets in there in total. That package tells an incredible story, folks. It's pretty historical. That one word, patented, separates us from every other product on the planet. It's the only patented product of its kind in the world, safe for diesel, safe for gasoline. Just don't drink it or eat it, okay? Just, I mean, it's not going to kill you, but it's not designed for human consumption, okay? So when I take a look at the X there, the X might mean something to you. What the X means to me, every time I have to sign a document, I see them, they say, put your initials beside the X. I just bought 2 BMWs, one for my 16-year-old daughter and one for little old me. I needed a convertible. She needed a 520 horsepower twin turbo for her 16th birthday so she can keep up with all the rich kids. I had to sign my signature on the X, and then I had to pay cash for the cars. That's very expensive. Some people couldn't even buy a house for the money that cost me the 2 cars. All right. All right. So look forward to working with you. I can answer a couple questions. I'm not going to talk about the science because I'm not very good at that, to be truthfully honest with you. We have documentation, how it works, why it works. For those of you that are used to using big words, I've only got my grade 2 education here, so I'm not a college graduate. So please don't ask me. I'm just a rich guy that knows how to make money. All right. All right.